Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start coloring this picture in one of my besties books. Let me see. This is Gnomeville Besties by Sherry Baldy. I got some of these books initially from my granddaughter, and I just loved them so much I thought I'd keep some of them for myself. So I'm just going to start coloring just a little bit. I'm using some Pablos. What I thought I'd do is answer some questions in the Get to Know Me tag. I haven't been tagged, but as stated in an earlier video, a lot of colorists are just saying if you want to do it, just do it, make a video and put it out there. So that's kind of what I've decided to do. So the first one is, what is your name? Well, my name is Pat. What is your nickname? Well, my nickname is Patty. I don't really have a nickname, and nobody really calls me Patty anymore. That was my mom and dad called me Patty, and some other relatives would do that. Sometimes I meet the odd person who will call me Patty, but not very often. Most people call me Pat. It doesn't matter to me either way. I can be called Patty or Pat, and I answer to both. Yeah. So number 3 is, do you like your name? Yeah, of course I like my name. It's who I am. My name is, Patricia, so it can be Pat, Patty, Patsy. But I love my name. When is your birthday? My birthday is February the 16th, 1958. I'm an Aquarian. What are your 3 favorite colors? Pink, creamy yellow, and pale light blue. It says in here, for number 6, what are 3 of your favorite quotes? So I wrote them down because, you get stuff like that going through your head. So one of mine is, this too shall pass. I don't know who originally said it, but it's a quote you hear quite often. Another one is, one day at a time. Very popular quote from somewhere. And the other one, my last one, is, acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. And that is a quote that I take to heart every day. That acceptance is the answer. Number 7, I believe, is, what are your favorite TV show, YouTube movies, stuff like that. So my favorite TV show is The Walking Dead. I absolutely love The Walking Dead. I've watched it from season 1, episode 1, all the way through, and I've watched them so many times, I know the words. I just watch them over and over again because I really like them. My favorite movie, I'm going to say, it's my favorite movies that I like to watch are the Harry Potter movies. I've read all the books over and over again, and I've watched the movies over and over again. But I know the words to them too. Other favorite movies are anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger in them. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've followed him since I was a teenager, actually. And you'll understand better when I answer some other questions in here. So what I like in a best friend? What are 3 qualities you like in a best friend? Well, my friend, humor, loyalty, and trust. Number 9, what is your dream? My dream is to see my grandchildren more often. Do I wear makeup? And I'm going to say sometimes. I wear lipstick and mascara sometimes, if I'm going out or I just feel like dressing up. I've never been one to wear makeup regularly other than maybe mascara every day. I've always had a physical job where I've, worked outside or done a lot of physical labor, and, makeup just had nothing to do with that. Number 11, what makes me cry? And I got to answer that one with any human being who's in distress. That makes me cry. And after that, it would be any animal that's in distress. Number 12, what makes me angry? Injustice of any kind. 13, what makes you happy? Well, nothing makes me happy. I am happy. I guess it's a degree for me. Some days I'm happier than others. And I'm always happy. And that's going to sound odd considering I have depression. But I've always been happy. Always. So, yeah, that's that. That's the next one. Fangirling. I have no idea what that is, and I didn't even take the time to look it up. Number 15, my favorite snacks. I'm going to say chocolate ice cream, chocolate, and then my third, chocolate. Yeah, so I guess pretty much anything with chocolate. My 3 favorite foods are fresh vegetables. I've always been a vegetable girl. Always had a garden, always have fresh vegetables on the table. So yeah, sometimes I don't get them, but I really miss them if I don't have them. After that is spaghetti. I love spaghetti. If I could, I'd eat spaghetti every day. I love spaghetti. And also pizza. I can eat pizza at any given time. Any given time. I love pizza. So what's the next one? My 3 drinks. Diet ginger ale, sugar-free lemonade, and protein drinks. So I like my protein drinks. And after those 3, it's probably water. And now, the 10 things about me that will kind of maybe explain some of my answers. That sound a little bit off the wall to you guys. Well, number 1, I'm a mom. I have 1 child named Steve and 2 grandchildren, Xavier and Kayla. So that's a grandma, too. Number 2 is a grandma. Number 3, I'm a black belt. I was the first woman in our actual, I guess, thousands and thousands of members to do several of the challenges. Number 4, I'm a bodybuilder. Number 5, I'm a power lifter. I have 4 records set here in Ontario. And, yeah. Number 6, I live with mental illness. Number 7, I'm used to physical jobs, like I said previously. I've always worked outside or intense physical labor. Number 8, I work best on my own. It's not that I'm not a team player. I love having teams and working with other people, but I work best on my own. I guess it's because I'm incredibly focused on what I'm doing, so everything around me just kind of goes away. Nothing distracts me when I'm where I want to be doing what I want to do, and that's including work. I probably wouldn't. It's just one of those things about me. Number 9 is I have an emergency emergency, I'm sorry, an emotional support dog. And his name is Wilson. And you'll probably see him every now and then on this channel. He's with me every day, and he takes good care of me. When I'm not feeling well, he knows. And he's a great comfort to me. He's not a very big dog. He's a Shih Tzu. He's a purebred. That was important for me because I have allergies to dogs. And I love rescuing dogs, but I really had to know what he was in order to not make my life miserable with allergies. But something else about me, I left number 10 blank so I could just do it on the spur of the moment. Something else about me? Well, like I said, I'm a detailed person. I'd like to keep my mind busy and focused on things at all times. Okay, question 19. 3 things I like doing to have fun. 1, I like to go to a movie with a friend. 2, I like to cook and have a friend over for dinner. And number 3, I like playing with Wilson, training Wilson. Those are some of the things I really like to do. Describe an area like where I live. Well, I can tell you that I live near one of the Great Lakes in Canada. 21 is, let me see, what is your crafty style? Yeah, I've kind of mentioned that my crafty style is no matter what I'm doing, because I can do many, many different things. I've sewn professionally for a living and did all sorts of fiber stuff for a living. I made a living doing stuff like that. So I guess my crafty style is intent, very focused on my work. I would say in-depth work. I always seem to pick the things that are really hard and difficult and that need to have my attention right focused on them. Like I can't be thinking about anything else. That's my style. When I first started coloring and started with the mandalas and stuff, sometimes that was such a big challenge because once I got used to coloring, it didn't keep me focused. My mind would wander, and that's, one of the reasons why I like trying other things, because it does help focus my mind. Number 22, what is your most used crafty tool? I'm going to tell you, it's my measuring tape and my scissors. What is your most wished for crafty tool? Oh, it's not exactly a crafty tool, but it is when it comes to YouTube, is I'd like a camera, a real video camera, because I'm just using my phone. And I'd kind of like to get, just a regular, not a real expensive one, but just a nice little camera so that I can do those zooming in and stuff like that and make my life a bit easier and maybe a better tripod. And what I like working with the best are my Faber-Castell polychromos. Those are my absolute favorite tool. I would use them over anything else. Some of them are getting pretty small, but it is my go-to. I go to my polychromos before anything else. What question am I on now? 24, craft brand. I don't really favor one craft brand over another, but because the polys are my favorite, I'd have to say then Faber-Castell. My favorite craft, I'm going to say sewing. It's kind of misleading with the craft and hobby because my craft actually is sewing. Like I said, I sewed for many years, made a living doing it. So that is my craft. Hobby, I'm going to put hobby in there instead of craft. My favorite hobby right now is coloring. Do I have any pets? Yeah, just Wilson. When is the best time for me to do my craft? I'm going to say my hobby. Morning and afternoon is the best time for me. Number 28. Do you have a favorite non-crafty YouTube channel? Not really a channel, I guess a series of channels. I watch channels that feature true crime, criminal psychology, martial arts, boxing, forensics, those kind of things, documentaries. I don't watch. I'm just going to call it regular TV shows. I just don't hold my interest, and that's probably something to do with my brain also needing to be focused on something that I can actually learn. My favorite store? My favorite store is Amazon, because I can get pretty much whatever I want. My favorite restaurant is Pizza Hut. Like I said, I'm a pizza girl. My favorite magazine is Muscle and Fitness. My favorite author? Well, I don't really have a favorite author, but my favorite book is the Bible. So I guess you could say who are, all the disciples and people who wrote in chapters in the Bible. I guess that's part of my favorite. Number 33, what are your favorite shoes? Those are my running shoes. As I'm pretty physical, so I need my running shoes. And number 34, what is your favorite time of the year? It's pretty much all the year. There's really not any time that I'm not in my favorite time. I like to be in the present. So wherever I am, that's my favorite. So everyone, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned things you needed to know about me. And hopefully I'll see other YouTubers making this tag or doing this tag. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.